Get ready, because a moment many viewers thought would never happen just unfolded on live television. After years of dominating conversations, brushing aside opposing viewpoints, and steering the view with unmistakable authority, Whoopi Goldberg finally faced direct resistance. And by all appearances, she did not anticipate the force of it.
If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
The challenger, Karoline Leavitt.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
What followed was far more intense than a routine political exchange. Karoline didn't merely disagree. She methodically countered arguments, highlighted perceived inconsistencies, and shifted the tone of the entire table. The energy changed in seconds. For long-time viewers, it felt different from the show's usual back and forth. Almost immediately, social media buzzed with speculation about behind-the-scenes reactions at ABC. Rumors of internal tension and potential format changes began circulating. The big question quickly became, what exactly was said that triggered such a strong response nationwide? If you follow high-stakes political showdowns, this was one that captured serious attention.
And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Karoline sharply criticized what she described as deeply divisive rhetoric from President Joe Biden, arguing that recent messaging had widened national divides rather than healed them. The exchange intensified the moment she stepped onto the set, with tension visible before the conversation fully began.
Because we believe in putting America first. It's not radical to want to put your country and your own people first. It's not radical to want to have a strong border.
What was intended as dialogue quickly grew heated. Whoopi, known for her expressive reactions, appeared skeptical from the outset, responding with visible frustration as Karoline began outlining her position.
Trickling its way through every institution in this country. The public school system, the higher education university system, Hollywood, big...
Joy Behar soon entered the fray with pointed remarks of her own, escalating the atmosphere and turning the segment into a rapid-fire confrontation.
Corrupt mainstream media that I fought against in President Trump's White House are indoctrinating my generation of Americans into hating our country, hating one another based on race.
Supporters of Karoline later argued that the panel underestimated her preparedness. They believed she would be easily overwhelmed. Instead, she responded swiftly and directly, refusing to retreat from the spotlight.
Probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Karoline pushed back strongly against suggestions that appearance plays a role in professional success, questioning whether women with conservative views are judged differently. She referenced her own resume, graduating from St. Anselm College, working in local media in New Hampshire, launching a congressional campaign at 25, and becoming one of the youngest White House press secretaries in history at 27. Her supporters pointed to her steady handling of press briefings as proof of competence under pressure. Critics of Whoopi argued that the exchange exposed fatigue in the show's usual debate style, while defenders saw it as spirited television.
Lost by 8 or 9 points, but she still put on a good campaign. Then she was the press secretary for the Trump campaign, going on TV literally every day.
Even while balancing pregnancy and new motherhood, Karoline remained composed throughout the segment. Observers noted that she maintained a measured tone, relying on documented quotes and statistics rather than raising her voice. As interruptions came, she calmly redirected the discussion. Some viewers felt the panel appeared unsettled when faced with tightly structured rebuttals. Others believed the clash reflected the show's long-standing format of sharp disagreement. Either way, the moment resonated far beyond the studio.
I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back after the panel. Karoline, thank you very much for your time.
Then came the line that sparked the loudest reaction. Karoline accused the panel of promoting empowerment selectively, applauding certain women while dismissing others based on ideology. The studio atmosphere shifted noticeably. The exchange grew quiet for a beat before continuing. She went on to argue that modern political discourse sometimes uses labels to silence rather than debate. The audience response was immediate, and clips spread rapidly across social platforms. Trending hashtags surged within hours, with supporters praising her confidence and critics accusing her of grandstanding. ABC reportedly monitored the online firestorm closely as the narrative took on a life of its own.
And you think this is going to make people doubt whether CNN can stay objective, or is this more of the same of everybody's against?
Karoline later doubled down during a press briefing, criticizing sections of the media for what she described as biased coverage. She vowed to challenge reporting she considered inaccurate and made pointed remarks about rising costs under the current administration, including food prices. The comments intensified online debate. Soon after, Whoopi was absent from a subsequent episode, with the network citing scheduling and reflection. That absence fueled even more speculation. Discussions about ratings, advertisers, and the show's direction followed. Some longtime viewers voiced frustration. Others rallied in support of the hosts. Now the spotlight turns to the audience. Was this simply another heated television exchange, or a defining turning point for The View? Did Karoline reshape the conversation, or did the clash simply reflect America's broader political divide? One thing is certain, the debate is far from over, and viewers across the country are still talking.